ever since the Avengers came out, everybody, including DC, but not just DC, everybody else too, has been trying to find their Avengers formula. How do we do this Avengers thing? Well, apparently, Nintendo properties may not be immune to that, as there's a report going around that Illumination, the studio that partnered with Nintendo to make the Super Mario Brothers movie, is apparently pitching a Super Smash Brothers movie. This comes to us from the folks over at Nintendo News who write, animation studio Illumination has submitted a pitch to Nintendo for a shared cinematic universe similar to the Marvel movies that will culminate in a Super Smash Brothers as the company's Avengers-style film. The rumors come from Daniel RPK. Illumination has prepared a pitch to present to Nintendo for a shared cinematic universe with multiple spin-offs that will culminate in a Super Smash Brothers movie as their Avengers. All right, so I'm assuming since it's from Illumination, this would probably use the Super Mario Brothers movie as their starting point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was another studio, maybe they'd start with a new Mario, but I'm assuming this would be in this Mario universe. So you already have a bunch of characters in there. We got Donkey Kong, we got Peach, we got, we got Luigi, we got a bunch of other characters already there. So you can do that. Now you start incorporating maybe some of the others. I mean, we know a live action Legend of Zelda is coming. So that means you could still use an animated Link, maybe have a Link come in. Maybe they're able to negotiate the license like they were on some other non-Nintendo characters. Like, didn't Sonic show up in the Super Smash Brothers at one point?
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe they're able to work out something where they'd be allowed to do that too. Who knows? A lot of speculation at this point. In principle, I don't mind the idea, right? Making a bunch of these movies as a shared cinematic universe. That's what all the studios love now, shared cinematic universe. But I don't mind the idea. Like, do a Donkey Kong. We already heard that there were some discussions about the Donkey Kong from Mario Brothers movie getting his own spinoff. A Donkey Kong, somebody else, and then have it all come together for a movie called Super Smash.
You got like Star Fox, which could be entertaining for sure. You got the Contra guys, Mega Man. So, I mean, you got your options here.
Yeah, there are a bunch of characters there.
And there's two guarantees if this movie comes out, for me at least. Mario Brothers, think what you want of the movie. Visually, it was such a treat. I got lost in the world, especially when you could see like the 3D, not 3D, but all the things that were 2D, they made into, you know. And also, it's going to make $1 billion. This movie is going to make $1 billion.
See, I'm not so sure about that. I thought Hollywood learned that just because one company did it doesn't mean that formula was just a copy and paste and it'll work in anything you do. Because, we talked about this with the Taylor Swift concert, right? Taylor Swift does this concert movie, makes hundreds of millions of dollars, and everybody's like, oh, now all the musical acts should do their things. And it's like, okay, that's good. But the problem is there's only one Taylor Swift, right? And I said, if anybody's even going to come close to that, maybe Beyonce, but Beyonce's movie did not come anywhere near what Taylor Swift's movie did. So the problem with them is that there was only one Taylor Swift. You can't just go out and get every band to make a concert documentary and expect to put that in theaters and it's going to make $100 million. They're not. Guys, we want to take a moment to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Give yourself the gift of insane savings this holiday season with Mint Mobile's best wireless deal of the year. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get another 3 months for free. That's 6 months of premium wireless service for the price of 3. And Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Seriously, I can't think of a better gift than turning an overpriced wireless bill into just $15 a month with Mint Mobile. I've told you guys many times, since switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my mobile service plan with Mint than I was on the previous big carrier who was my provider. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. So again, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Nintendo faces the same kind of problem. They've got one Mario. That's it. Like Taylor Swift to Beyonce, maybe Link, maybe The Legend of Zelda, but they're already doing a live action thing of that. I'm sorry, but none of these other supposed standalone films that you want to do to build up to a Super Smash Bros. Movie, no one's going to go see those. They're not going to make any kind of real money.
I don't think that's the way. I don't think they're going to do a build up.
Well, that's what they're saying here. That's what the report is saying.
Oh, like
they're saying they want to
oh.
create a shared cinematic universe similar to the Marvel movies that will culminate in a Super Smash Brothers movie, right?
They just need to go into this like head on. Just this movie.
Yeah, see, I agree. I think if you want to do a Super Smash Brothers movie, I think you reverse engineer the Marvel's formula. You start.
Yes.
I mean, you've already got the Mario Brothers movie, but
yes,
start now with the Super Smash Brothers. See which characters in there really hit with the audience.
Yep, and then
try
break out.
giving them their own individual ones. Right?
Exactly.
That could have a higher potential for success, I think, than trying to do. Well, we're going to do a Contra Brothers movie, and we're going to do. We've already tried Pikachu, and like I don't know, we'll do this and that, and then maybe build up. I think you totally go the opposite way. If you want to do a Smash Brothers movie, just do a Smash Brothers movie.
Because you introduce a big threat, one that needs all these characters to come together. Pikachu and Mario on screen together, teaming up, that would be so adorable, I think. And just like bring in all the Nintendo hard hitters, Kirby, all coming from different places, different lands, and to just put them in one movie. You got $1 billion, baby. You got all those fan bases of each property coming together, watching their person on the big screen team up with Mario. It's no question this movie is going to make a lot of money. But they have to do it the way you're saying. Right. Just go straight into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try to build up to it, because then you're right. Because then if it wanes popularity, by the time you've built up to it, there's no one there.
Yeah, again, my one concern, even if you just come out with the Super Smash Brothers movie, is that you don't have anybody else that's remotely as popular as Mario. You just don't. Your lineup just doesn't have, like in DC, you got Superman, you got Batman. And then you got other options too that are really big. But in the world of Nintendo, you got Mario here, and then maybe Link, and then down there you got the popularity of the other characters. So
you got 1 billion kids. You got more than 1 billion kids.
Yeah, none of them know who those other characters are.
Maybe.
How many kids do you know today are playing Kirby?
Your cousin or your nephew.
My nephew.
He's always on Super Smash Brothers. There's 1 billion of these kids that are always on Smash.
That is one thing. So you're actually both right.
The property
in a
is
sense,
popular.
Yeah. Because the standalone, the nostalgia, they're not going to get that. But at the same time, Super Smash Brothers is really popular. I mean, I know when I was at like Fine Brothers years ago, they had like a Smash Brothers tournament every year. So, I mean, people are into that.
Now, I like the idea, if we were talking about this before the show started, but you got Super Smash Brothers that licenses non-Nintendo characters put in there, right? I want to see them get ballsy. Put Jason in there. Put Pinhead in there. Put the Human Centipede in Super Smash Brothers.
Boy.
Put the Human Centipede?
What are you trying to murder?
Put the humans.
Kids'
put
dreams?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my God!
In Super Smash Brothers.
So the villain
really
is
make it edgy.
The villain is PlayStation and Xbox, I guess, in this movie.
Yes, they become the villains. Nintendo's the hero. PlayStation, Xbox are the villains.
I'm excited. I can't wait for this. I hope they do what you're saying. They just go all out on one movie.
Just make one big Super Smash Brothers movie. If you want to do anything. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.